Oh my God, this is like Paul Scholes coming back to United after saying he'd retired. Bet you all thought we'd gone. Bet you all thought we retired. But no. Back for episode 50, raising the bat for a half century at Leamington Tennis Court Club today. Benno is here with his notepad in his Nike hoodie. Arms bulging. He's been shredding between episodes, between 49 and 50. But yes, great to be back, guys. View from the hazards. Will. Is that good,
mate,
Ben?
how long have you had that Paul Scholes reference lined up?
Oh, about 3 seconds. I just thought about like someone who returned, and I was like, so everyone always goes on about, oh, he retired, but he came back.
Well, I apologise then if people can hear me sniggering away in the background because that.
Well,
tickled me.
Scholesy was good. Scholesy was good. But yeah, no.
Did you know he only randomly yesterday trawling through like Instagram and came across one of these like football facts things. Fergie played. I think he managed United, coached them to 4 Champions League finals.
99, 08,
2008.
08, 09, 11. Yeah, 4. Yeah.
So 4, and Scholes only started 1.
He was injured. He was suspended for 99.
99.
He didn't. Did he start in 08?
He was
Yeah, he
probably
did start. I think
He was
he did
probably a
start.
bit old for the.
I think he was out for the other 2 because he scored a winner in the semi-final. Anyway, we talk too much about football on here. Just know too much, guys. Know too much about other sports. But no, basically, like, just thought there's a gap between episodes, but you're wondering why, wondering if we lost interest. That wasn't the case. I mean, we do still speak a lot when Ben wants to reply to me, when I send something sensible. But yeah, basically, like, the reason was we were trying our absolute hardest to get like an unreal guest for episode 50. And obviously, like, because we were like, yeah, episode 50, it's got to be a good episode. And we tried really hard to get a good guest, but it's basically just like, obviously we've got loads of good ones. We've had loads of good ones already, like 4 guests.
Had some great ones.
Yeah, some well good ones. And we tried to get like a big hitter. Floyd Mayweather said no. Didn't know about readers, but yeah, in all seriousness, we won't go into too many details. But yeah, basically just couldn't find a great guest for the 50th, so we were like, well, yeah, we're not doing one then.
Well, we wanted to get Cam on, and we wanted to.
Sorry, Cam.
We wanted to talk about like the World Championship and stuff. And
I was going to go big. I was going to be like, look, Cam, like, this is it. This is your chance to like, not even endear, but like open yourself up to a British audience who might not know you, like want to bear all. It didn't quite happen.
Yeah, it took him a while to get back to us, and then it kind of timings didn't really line up, so it kind of fell by the wayside.
It did, yeah, and then we just moved on with our lives really, and we're like, well, yeah, we've done 50.
We've got until April next year, so we've got 11
yeah.
months to maybe get those 2 on for we could get them on like together and have like a head-to-head.
Yeah, I know, yeah, in person. But yeah, and as well, we were like, episode 50, right, like we've literally squeezed every drop of blood out of real tennis in terms of like what we can talk about the game. Like we were like, oh my God, we've done every court in the world on a podcast. So it was like, right, well, we're probably not going to be able to do a podcast every week like we were doing before. So moving forward, it's probably not going to be every week, but we are going to do like specials basically. It's going to be like big ones. We're just going to focus on, I think, like Piers Morgan live stories, like 1 hour slot, Friday night, 9 o'clock. That's what we're going to be. It's not going to be like your neighbours, your EastEnders. It's not going to be a weekly thing or a daily thing. The Insta content will continue, but yeah, it's going to be big podcasts from now on.
Well, there's no point just doing it for the sake of it, is there?
No.
So,
and also, for the record, guys, if you're listening, obviously all the other podcasts, you want to go back through them, listen about the Real Tennis Chat, because I think it's actually like a good training tool if ever you're thinking like, oh yeah, this is the Tambor episode, right, well, let's hear what the boys have to say. Forehand forcing, how important is boasting, yeah. All these things, basically, like, they're all on YouTube, all accessible, and yeah, can just use them and see how it goes. But yeah, Benno, we hit today, didn't we? Back in. We've hit every week since Reader's been open, you know?
We have, yeah, since the 12th.
So how many hits is that?
So that's been good.
Like a month, like 5?
This must be the 4th one, I guess.
Yeah.
Today.
It's been good, hitting them well. Just feel like, it was weird like being out of lockdown, because obviously you do think about the game in lockdown and think certain ways you want to, you think, oh yeah, I should be doing this. And yeah, I feel like I'm playing a bit better, to be fair, since coming back. A break's always good. It's not fun, but it's good.
Well, it's just interesting because like you're kind of, you're back to training, but like what for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's obviously
you've got to do it though. It's like
it's going to be months away, but it's just good to get the cobwebs out.
I agree with that. Like I think some people who I know are just like, oh yeah, there's no tournament, so I've just not even picked up a racket. Like, I couldn't do that. I'd almost be like, nah, real tennis is what I do. Like I do train. This is part of my life. Like I couldn't even not do it, even if I wasn't practicing for something. I'd just be like,
the obsession.
Well, yeah, it's not even an obsession. It's just like, mate, I'm only young once. Pretty soon I won't get a chance. Like, I'll have 7 kids. How's the gaff going anyway? Any more additions to the house? More cheese boards?
I mean, like, it'd be interesting. I don't actually. I think I saw the other day that it's been something like 45 days since the last podcast.
Mate, come on, don't embarrass me.
Since
Was it in March?
Since it was uploaded, 46 days.
Oh,
so that's what, a month and a half. So yeah, we're looking at like beginning of April, I guess. Is that right? Pretty much. What's been going on?
Probably didn't April Fool.
Same thing, really. Lots of training in the gym when available, but
it's hard to motivate yourself for a podcast when you know the gyms are open. That's for me anyway. I'm in the gym in the morning, so.
Well, it's just been tough. I mean, obviously, as a pro, like since the 12th of April, it's been lessons only. So basically, we've just been rolling out 4 or 5 hours on quarter day with people, Monday to Friday, then a couple on a Saturday. So it's been the first few days were a bit tough, and then you get used to it. But it's just good to have people back, and hopefully, this time next week we might be able to get some. We might be given the all clear to do some singles and stuff. So
yeah, that'd be good.
Hopefully returning back to some sort of normality compared to what it used to be.
The weirdest thing for me, right? Like you say, lockdown, you can't do singles. It literally doesn't even affect who I play with. Like the only people I play with, you, Darren, if you wanted to play, and my dad. So I can still just do that.
It actually makes no difference.
Yeah, it makes no difference.
Same household or less or whatever.
Exactly. But yeah, no, it will be good. Well, you can do some tournaments and stuff, can't you? Get a few more people down. Bar open here?
I don't know. I mean, that will just all be dependent on what the tennis rules. So
I think they should do it.
But I'm sure. I mean, they're
Mate,
definitely.
if you can go in Spoons over the road for a pint, but you can't come in here for a pint, that's where I'd be like.
I think they're looking at doing it for sure with those rules relaxing. I think. It's going to be. I don't think it's quite going to be the free for all members club that it usually is. I think it's going to be kind of bookings and maybe.
Surely you could be like, look, I want to have a pint at 6. Can I just come in? And yeah, fine, there's space for you.
Well, it's got to be table service, isn't it? So there's got to be someone behind the bar.
Oh, no, will that be you?
I doubt it. So it's not quite as simple as just dropping in and stuff. So I think they're figuring out the logistics. But yeah, I mean, they want to get everything open as safely as possible, but as quick as they can within the rules. So
love that.
I'd hope the bar would be open relatively soon.
Nice, mate.
That's the idea.
Anyway, right, straight to it. The topic of today. Benno was like, right, podcast, US National League is actually starting. I mean, some of you eagle-eyed listeners may have noticed that we already did a preview of National League, and it was pushed back for a few months. But time fast forwards, and you can listen to these podcasts back to back, and see if we say anything different. But yeah, National League, we're in.
So, National League starts this Wednesday. So, firstly...
Bro, is that tomorrow? No, 2 days away.
Exactly. So, firstly... for everybody who wants to watch some tennis, it's all being held at Boston. I believe that King Carey is trying to get everything streamed on behalf of the USCTA. I know he's working. I had some communication with him this morning. So he's working behind the scenes to try and get that going. So first and foremost, we should absolutely plug that and say that as of Wednesday, you've got 5 days of tennis in a row. I'm not actually sure what time the matches are starting, but it will be obviously like US Eastern time, so 5 hours behind us. So I would imagine something like kind of, 4 or 5 p.m. start roughly. But absolutely get over to YouTube and check out the USCTA page.
The stream will obviously be top.
The stream
top
will be
class.
absolutely top tier. Yeah.
Commentary? Oh, that's
I don't know. I don't actually know what the kind of rules are over there. I imagine it's going to be fairly tight in that there's not going to be many people in, and I would imagine just to make sure it can all go ahead. But so I just thought we would preview it again. I've got the fixture list in front of me. I've got the teams in front of me, and we've got the fixture list and the days, the order that they'll be playing each other. Which we didn't have before. So we were just like, this person we think will win this number of matches, etc., etc. But now we know that each team has a bye, like a rest day, so that might influence like results of matches and stuff. So I just thought we'd preview it again and see where we're at. Breaking news.
Here we go. Breaking news. I don't even know what this could be.
Breaking news. The Boston New England team of Camden, Tony and Mike Mike and Tony had a playoff match.
No way.
Yeah. They had a playoff match
For like who's going to be 2.
yesterday to see who would play 2 and who would play the doubles. So I assume that is a fix. So basically, Tony Hollins beat Mike Gooding 6-3, 6-3 in a playoff yesterday. I think that means that Tony will play the second string singles for all 4 matches, and Mike will play the doubles for all 4 matches. I don't think
either of them were too gutted with that. It's fine. At least they get a match every time.
Yeah, exactly. And it's good that they'll both be involved. So, the teams, we've got Boston and New England, which will be Camden.
Hang on, have the teams changed since we spoke?
I don't know. Well, we're talking a few months ago, aren't we? So let's just read them out.
A lot's happened, yeah.
Boston and New England, we've got Camden Riviera at 1. Tony Hollins will be playing 2. Mike will be the doubles specialist. He'll be the Peter Wright of the team.
James Ashton Gray.
The James Ashton Gray of the team. We've got the Chicago team of Steve Vagona and Connor Medlow.
Oh my God.
We've got the Philly team of John Lumley, James Asher and Josh Dodson. I don't know how they're going to split up that.
Interesting, yeah.
Tuxedo team of Tim Chisholm, Leon Smart, and the New York team of James Stout, Barney Tanfield, Adrian Kemp. So again, I don't know how they're going to split up, whether one of them's going to do singles, one of them doubles, whether they're going to mix it up. So we don't know.
That's some good teams. That could actually be really fun.
So some good teams. I'll tell you what, some great. I mean, the number 1s and the number 2s.
Bro, I just might watch the Stout games. I might actually
Just
stay
quality.
up for it.
We got Stout, Chisholm, Lumley, Vagona, Riviere, all playing each other every day.
Yeah,
every day. And then you've got Hollins, Medlow, Dodgson, Asher, Smart, Kemp, and Tanfield. They're all good as well.
I agree with that.
That's absolutely brilliant. That is going to be quality. I may even get tempted to put it on.
Lads, get it on the smart TV. We've both got smart TVs, surely.
Well, it depends when it is. If it's 5 o'clock, I'll be hopefully long gone because I'm doing all the morning lessons. So,
oh yeah.
I could be gone. Probably won't be slapping it on the big screen at home, but
so on your phone.
We'll see.
Mate, I will.
So Wednesday the 12th, in no particular order. We've got Boston versus Chicago and Philly versus New York. So we're going to have. So in fact, what we're going to do here, we're going to quickly preview stuff, and then I'm going to ask you for a winner in each one.
Good, yeah, we might as well just do it. I'm fairly cutthroat. I'll just say it. I'm not asked.
So we've got. Let's take Boston versus Chicago. We will have Cam versus Steve. That's not a bad match to kick things off, is it?
That's handy.
And we will have Tony against Connor. So what are your thoughts?
I think Camden's going to win that one.
Okay, so that's a rubber to Cam. Rubber to Boston.
Okay, and I think that Connor is going to beat Tony, but I do actually want to watch Connor play.
Who's going to be the doubles?
Cam and Tony. Cam and Mike. It's Cam and Mike.
Theory?
Just think Camden on that court will just be good. I think he'll be really, really handy.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I wonder what kind of like fluidity Cam and Mike are going to have on court. Do you know what I mean? Like when Cam and Tim play together, they obviously they know exactly what each other's doing, and they kind of move around like very, very fluid. Like
yeah.
Is it going to be a bit more rigid with Mike kind of?
Connor's good doubles player.
Well, that's what I mean. Like I think
you asked me for a prediction, and I've said that, and I'll stick to that
right.
prediction. But I do think that'll be a great game.
I think Connor can bully Mike, and Steve, as we know, is obviously a top doubles player. So,
but you've seen Camden beat Robin Ricardo on his own, basically.
I'm gonna. So you're saying 2-1 Boston. I'm gonna say 2-1 Chicago. I think they'll win the doubles.
Is it first to 8 doubles?
I think so, but I think they're going to...
Okay, I think first match, I think Boston for the win, I think.
Okay, so Boston for the win. So we've then got Philly versus New York, and Tuxedo are on the bye.
That's such a big game, Lumley v Stout. That's a massive game.
It's a great game.
That's hard to predict. I do think Stout's going to win
that. You think Stout's going to win that theory?
Just think a bit between his teeth. I don't think he'll want to lose to Lummers. I don't think he'll want to lose to anyone, but I just think Stout's going to win that one.
You think Stout's going to win that one?
In a best of 3. Yeah, probably not done many tournaments.
Yeah, I mean a best of 3 format. Like obviously, makes it even more competitive because you've got to get off to a fast start, which is good. Who else? So again, we don't know exactly, but it's Tanfield or Kemp. We're going to assume that there's no obvious strength or weakness there. You'd be happy as in if I had
Who is it? Who's it?
if
Sorry,
I had Barney and Kemp as my potential
Yeah,
number
yeah.
two, I wouldn't mind which one of them I threw out. Do you know what I
agree.
mean? There's not an obvious.
I'd like Barney.
What you'd like to play him?
No, as in like as a number 2. I think Barney's a good player.
So we
Underrated.
would then have Barney versus Asher or Dodgson. Now,
Barney must have played Dodgson so many times.
yeah, and obviously it's a bit interesting because without being like rude, if James Asher plays, he loses. So
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
I mean, that's so. I don't know what the deal is with the Philly and the New York teams, whether they're going to like evenly distribute, whether one's just literally a reserve or what's going on there. But on the basis you've got Asher and Dodgson or Tanfield and Kemp, I'm going to say that the number 2 there is going to go to New York because of the just general squad strength, right?
I agree with that.
And I think Stout's too aggressive. I think he can just control the doubles a bit. Lummers is a great doubles
He's also
player.
mint in both corners, Stout. So like, he's obviously got that backhand in the forehand. I remember when he played with you. You were like, yeah, you're going in that corner, which is obviously really like indie move. Like you're both on the. So you're at the net and he's on his backhand.
He's just a better retriever than I am, isn't he? So
Yeah.
like no place to your strengths.
I just think I really want Stout to play super well. I've not watched many games of him, to be honest. So
I just think like Lummers is going to have to try and dominate a doubles and be the lead player in his team, and I can't think. I could be wrong. I can't remember any National League matches. Like I've never seen US National League or anything, but you know he's played with Cam quite a bit recently. So I wouldn't say he's the number 2 doubles player, but Cam obviously runs a show. So I don't know how it will go. Whereas Stout's obviously just happy to go out there and ping it around. I'm going to pick New York for a win there. I'm not going to say what I think who's going to beat who. I just think New York are going to win that.
I think so too.
Okay. Tuxedo got the bye.
Oh, amazing.
Rest day. Day number 2, you've got Chicago, New York. So there's something. So I have to say, bearing in mind how all of the fixtures are set out, 2 things that you may not have thought of, which have just popped into my head.
Go on.
Firstly, Philly have got the rest day on day 3.
That's a good day to have a rest.
It's a good day to have a rest day, so you can go flat out. You know, New York, for example, have got to play the first 4 days.
Oh my god.
So Stout's got 4. I'm not saying that these guys aren't fit enough at all, but given the choice, if someone said you've got to be as fresh as possible, you'd like a rest at some point in there, right?
Only best of 3s, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not fit enough, but everyone's got to take a rest at some point. You would rather your rest wasn't first or last.
No, I agree. The rest first just be pointless. I'd be like, I want to play.
So Philly have got the rest day on day 3. Chicago have got it on day 4, and I think that could be a big telling point moving into like the latter part, because someone like Connor, for example, who's been injured for a long time and has not been able to play at a certain level with any great regularity over the last got to be 2-3 years. Well, probably 3 or 4 if you take the COVID year.
Yeah.
Is he going to need that rest? Is he going to break down? Hope not. I mean,
I can't predict that.
No, I can't predict it, but you just kind of think it is a factor. It is a factor that he's not played matches at this intensity for a while. So
yeah, no, that's why I want to watch him play.
Day after day could be pretty brutal, particularly as he's got to do singles and doubles every day. I'm not saying he's not fit. No. I'm saying is his body injury-wise going to be able to? Maybe
in 2014 it was.
Well, we'll see, but that's a factor. So day 2, we've got Chicago, New York.
So that's Steve against Stout. Oh my god, what a match that is! Oh my god. Hang on, you've got the best 3 left-handers. You've got the best 3 left-handers of the last 20 years. All playing.
There you go.
This is unreal. US National League. It's like the IPL. Apart from if it was the IPL, I'd have been drafted. But yeah.
I would have thought the style of play that Steve and Stout will bring to it will be like a 2020 match.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Stout would be like, yeah. He's like, I'm winning these first 2, right? I'm going. Stevie V.
Okay.
I've just all I've done is just like big Stout. I'm going Stevie V in that one.
What? Can't win them all, can you?
No, you can't. I think Steve's going to win that.
Connor on paper, strongest number 2.
I'm having Connor in that one.
It's only day 2 at this point, so he's
I'm
probably
having
still.
I'm having
If
Connor.
there are any potential issues with like his neck or his shoulder,
I'm having
he
Connor.
might be alright. So are you going to go clean sweep then, 3-0, or New York winning a doubles?
I think starting the doubles.
Interesting, because I think on paper,
I think
Chicago
they'll exert themselves. They'll exert themselves.
I think Chicago have got the strongest doubles team.
They do, yeah. Connor's a class doubles player, underrated.
I think
underrated to the average viewer.
I think Chicago win every doubles match.
Oh, come on! You just said about breaking down. Well, without considering other factors, they do perhaps.
Well, yeah, that's what
Tough
I
with
just
Cam,
said.
though, mate. Tough with Cam. Tough with Cam. I'm not having it.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But how is so? There's two things that Mike is being drafted in for the double specifically, so he's obviously going to be fresh.
Yeah.
There is an argument to suggest that if
Tell you what
Connor is playing first and then having a rest, he's either going to be fresh and eye in, or he's going to have kind of like got a bit flat and then try and get back out there. Stephen Cam will be like red hot because he'll have just played.
Yeah.
So it is interesting to see how Mike. It'll be interesting to see how he just gets into that doubles, quick knock up, and then you're off in a set to 8, and the other two have played a match already. That's a tough situation to be in.
Mm.
You got to come out the traps hot. So you're picking New York for that one?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to pick Chicago. That's what I'm going for.
Nice.
I've said it. I'm going to
Can't wait to compare these predictions. Story it on Insta.
Just a little tally chart. Right.
Yeah,
Tuxedo Philly.
So that's Chisholm against Lumley. Lumley for me.
Okay. Number 2 is Dodgson
Against.
We're assuming Dodgson. No, Dodgson's playing for Philly. Dodgson Smart.
Yeah. Dodgson Smart. Ooh, wow, that's a big game.
Well, the last time we saw them play was in the US Open at Chicago, and Leon was winning that match.
Yeah.
Before he had a very unfortunate incident.
Yeah, that's true. He smashed his head.
So it's great that he's actually playing, but Josh was then able to reel him back in at that point. So it's worth saying, based on their last encounter, that if Leon's back up to speed, based on their last performance, you'd pick Leon for that one.
How much have they both been playing?
It'd be interesting to see how much the two of them have, but because obviously Josh has got now there's 4 of them at New York now that can all play reelers. If any of them are out,
good. If any
of them are out there practicing, then Josh
I keep thinking Dodgson's still at Tuxedo, but he's just not.
No.
Oh no, but is he playing for?
He's playing for Philly.
For Philly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, God.
So if Josh has been out there with anyone, any of those other 3, and there's a regular pro practice at New York, I don't know if there is. If there is, then Josh should be playing well. So we'll see on that one. Right, so come on then. Tux versus Philly.
So that's Chisholm v Lumley. I
Chisholm,
think Lumley to win.
You've picked Lummers. What about number 2s and doubles? Who's going to win the match?
So that's Leon and Tim. Tuxedo in the doubles. Leon's a great doubles player.
So
talented.
Okay, so you pick Philly for the singles, Tuxedo for the doubles. Who's going to win the second singles and take the match? Dodgson or Smart? What a mouthful of orange.
Sorry, I was eating orange. Leon. He's going to avenge that dark memory of Chicago.
Okay, I'm going to go Tux for that one as well. 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going for.
2-1 in any order?
I'm 2-1, mate.
All right, fine.
I'm not being bold enough to say who's going to beat who. I just think Tux will win that 2-1.
All right. Got a few mates in the game.
2-1. So that takes us to the end of day 2. Day number 3, Philly resting. That's big. Not that Lummers needs it. Josh might do with his thumb.
Yeah.
That's big, I think, because it means that they can both just go absolutely hammer and tongs on the first 2 days, knowing that they do 2, rest day 2.
Lucky Philly.
So I think they've got
Was that done on the toss of a coin, or did they just?
Yeah, it's all done by a draw. I think they've got a good draw there.
Nice.
Right, Boston, New York.
So that is Camden against Stout.
Yep.
Mr. Riviere for me in the first singles.
Okay, second singles.
Barney or Dodgson.
So who wins the doubles? Well, Dodgson's playing for Philly, so you'll get there eventually.
Oh my God, sorry, it's Barney.
Tanfield or Kemp.
Yeah. They're going to beat Tony.
Okay, who wins the doubles then?
Riviere. in Boston.
I'm saying
We're doing the predictions. I am predicting these.
I'm saying a Boston win that one. Gooding will step up to the plate on that one. Fire it up,
mate. The Gooding rest can't be underestimated. He
that's
literally has to.
That's a day after Boston have had a rest.
He literally just has to focus on the doubles. I mean,
Boston would have just had a rest, so Tony could come out all guns blazing. I think Boston could win both singles there.
I mean, obviously Gooding's like not that passionate on court, so he might not be that bothered. I'm joking. That's sarcasm. That is.
Right, Chicago Tucks.
Stevie.
Okay, next, Connor Leon. Day three.
Day
three in a row.
Connor would hate to lose that match. He would hate it.
Okay.
And I just don't.
Probably know something I don't then, but
no, not even to do with that. I just reckon Connor just wouldn't want to lose that. So I think that Connor will try everything he can to win that. So Chicago in both the singles. Then in the doubles, I think Chicago sweep.
Yeah, I think Chicago are gonna win that, but that means obviously they've won 3 in a row.
Bro, why not?
Can't be doing that. Come on, Ben.
Tell you what, our predictions could well just fall apart, like when Lumley beats Stout or something, or Lumley beats Riviere. I mean, it could happen.
So you're saying Chicago are going to beat Tucks?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's going to be a destructive win.
It's that you're saying, in fact, clean sweep. You said, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to back you up on that. I think you're right.
Are we going to get people in our DMs here after they win, just being like, "Hey, I told you, you fired me up." Yeah, so do I.
Good.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, you asked me a question, who's going to win? I'm not going to say, "Oh, I don't want to offend anyone." It's just a question. Prove me wrong, please.
please do.
Please do. I'd love it if someone proved me wrong.
Right. Day 4, Boston, Philly, Riviere. I mean, it's worth saying. I've not got Philly down for a win.
Isn't the last time Cam lost a match against Lumley?
Well, Rob Fay 2018, but yeah.
Apart from that,
yeah, I think so.
not next week.
Okay, not this time.
Not this time. Cam's going to win that.
I mean, it's worth me saying, like, neither of us have got Philly pegged for a win yet, and the only reason I've got that is because I'm just thinking, without being rude to the guy, like, Asher is out of his depth. So if he plays, Philly lose. I know that's a horrible thing to say.
Yeah.
But you can't see it going any other way, can you? I think Lummers will have a great week. I just don't think he'll be able to carry.
You just don't know, mate. Injuries.
Well, yeah.
Other
okay,
factors.
We're assuming no injuries. Otherwise, it's just literally pot luck.
Yeah, there's not much of a market for it.
So Boston, Philly. I think Josh. If Josh plays, this is my first individual punt. I think Josh Dodson beats Tony. I think it comes down to the doubles.
Yeah, fair prediction.
And I think Boston will win the doubles.
I'll share that with you.
We're
agreed.
That's as bold as you're going to get with me on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Tuxedo, New York. Stout, Chisholm, Tanfield, Smart. What a day. They just keep coming, these matches, thick and fast.
New York 3-0.
Straight for New York. I'm going to go...
Barney's record against Leon's decent.
Yeah, he's very
Barney's record against Leon is decent. That's all I'm going off. Leon proved me wrong.
I think New York will win. Did you know, by the way, New York are the current holders of the National League?
Seriously?
Yes.
Stout at 1, yeah. And
they're the current National League champions, yeah.
Love that. That's a great stat. You've been really researched.
Mate, I've swatted on this. I didn't want to turn up, and just try and just fudge it like...
Do you want to lift home, by the way, or are you staying here? Sorry, this is for after the podcast.
Yeah, I'll probably have to work.
Guess it. Oh, well, carry on.
We'll see. Right. Last day. New York are done. They've had their matches. They've had their fun.
Flying home.
They get their rest day.
They'll be marking.
Boston Tucks.
Riviere.
Yeah. And then...
You know what I'm going to say?
You're going to say Tucks pitch it 2-1.
That's a massive game, that. Hollins too smart. That's a huge game. I'm going to go really rogue and say Tony Hollins in front of a home crowd pulls out at the 6-5 in the third.
So 2-0 done and dusted before the dubs.
3-0. 3-0 Boston.
3 clean sweep Boston. Okay.
Clean sweep Boston, yeah. Some random result. Some weird factors are going to be in play there. Like Leon's got a tight calf. I don't know. Tony's like takes some Red Bull before the game. I don't know. There's going to be something in play. That match, weirdness. I'm telling you, weirdness.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Go on.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
I love this because this could get. There's so many matches we've predicted. And like who's going to have the better predictor?
I think Tucks do it. I think
They do the doubles and
number two in doubles.
Yeah.
I can't see Cam. I mean, look, let's be realistic. Based on form, you're going to assume Cam is everything. But
Yeah.
can Tony and Gooding back him up? And in this match,
Doubles.
I think Cam beats Chisholm.
Yeah.
I think Leon beats Tony. And I think Leon will be able to outgun Gooding, which is ultimately what it comes down to in that doubles.
How's Chisholm faring after 4 days of comp on a new knee?
Well, he's had the first day off, and then he's played. Yeah, this is day 4 in a row, so
That's tough, man.
that is tough. He might.
This is where this is absolutely brilliant. Like,
Well, he might turn around to Leon and say,
Leon, you're at the back.
"Dude, this is day 4. I'm going to do my best against Cam, but I might have to try and save myself a bit here. You need to win so we can punish him in the dubs."
Could be epic. Anyways, there's
Chicago,
one more match.
Philly.
Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, Connor. You'd think.
So clean sweep, or not? Well, definitely 2-0 going into the doubles.
3-0.
3 clean sweep. There's a lot of 3 zips going on there. I'm going to give this one to Philly.
How so? You think Lumley's going to beat Steve?
I just think at that point.
Surely both of those two teams will be in with a shot of getting through.
I just think at that point, Connor is going to have had enough.
Connor's going to have had enough.
Not mentally, but I don't think. And I have to really stress this. I'm not sending any criticism his way whatsoever, because I think he's phenomenally talented, and without injury troubles, he would be even better than he is now, no question. I just don't think it's quite as simple as looking at a handicap list in this situation. I don't think people can underestimate how hard it is to play that amount of tennis in 5 days when you've not played matches for 2-3 years.
Very true.
It's going to be brutal for him.
4 days is a long time.
Well, bearing in mind, again, if you look at his injury history, he's broken down a few times. There's every chance, and I absolutely hope it doesn't happen, but there's every chance that he could injure himself and fall apart during the week. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
history says that's
these
not
are factors we can't predict, right?
No, but I think by that point, I think at this point, I reckon Connor's played 3 days in a row. He's had his rest day, and I think the rest day is the worst thing that could happen for him because he's woken up on day 5 and he's realised that his neck and his shoulder are in a bit of trouble, and I think that they managed to pinch it.
Great.
So I'm giving it to Philly.
Good prediction.
So after all that, would you like to know what you predicted?
Boston winning the National League.
You have predicted Philadelphia finishing 5th.
Oh, wow. That's harsh. 0
match wins you've given Philly.
No, shut up.
0 match wins.
As in, match wins. They're winning rubbers.
Yeah, but 0 match wins.
Okay, fine.
In 4th place, you have got Tuxedo. 3rd place, Chicago. 2nd place, New York. And Boston winning it.
That top 3 I'm going to stick with.
It's very easy for you. You've got 0 wins, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it's a very, very clear... Although... I say that, a few of these you said were clean sweeps, so there might be a catch-up situation. I have gone for Philly 5th with a match win. And then according to my stats, I've got Boston, New York and Tux all winning 2 matches. So it would come down to rubbers, and then Chicago winning 3.
Oh! Wow.
That's what I've come up with.
So I'll take a quick photo of that, Benno, and I'll story it later.
It will be interesting, though. I'm really excited to see it.
Brutal. I just gave Philly. Sorry, lovers. Oh well.
So, yes, I think the rest day is great. You've got 5 teams in there. The rest day, I think, is going to help Philly and Chicago the best. Day 3 and day 4.
Yeah.
Just a chance to reset, regroup.
Yeah, I agree.
Crack on. Tuxedo and New York having their rest days on day 1 and 5 just got the short straw, I think. I mean, someone's got to get it, but you don't want to buy first and then play 4 in a row.
Bro, I want a Stout season ticket. I'll get a Stout Sky box office. I'll pay the money to watch that.
Well, once the proper schedule comes out, you'll be able to see exactly when he's playing.
Too right, I will, yeah. Dad, I'm leaving work. I'm watching Stout.
So it's going to be an interesting one. I hope they get loads of views and loads of help. I don't know what the marking situation is. I think from memory.
Mark yourself?
I think from memory the team with the bye does the marking. So I think that's the case.
Isn't there 6 matches a day though?
Yeah, there'll be.
That's quite a lot of marking.
There'll be There's 2 people tomorrow,
Oh,
or 3 in a couple of the teams.
No amateurs, yeah. Fair.
So it'll be interesting to see what the crack is there. Maybe that's not good. If someone's feeling a bit stiff and sore, and you've got to sit there and mark like a 2.5 hour epic singles.
Or if you lost a few games and you can't get away from tennis, you can't even do any sightseeing. No, you're here like you're marking, like you're in a bubble. It's what they talk about in cricket, the IPL. Like if you're playing really badly, it's like all you've got is cricket. Like the only reason you leave your hotel room is to have a net. It's like oh my god, just get me away.
So the last thing I need today is to see a tennis court. Right, well you're actually going to go mark the 2 goals that have just beaten you.
Yeah, well played, guys.
And they're going to have an absolute epic.
Yeah, I know. How funny.
So, but do you know what? In a slightly different direction, I think that the direction that National League has gone in there, obviously it's kind of it's had its hand forced by COVID.
It's gone like a franchise way, hasn't it?
Well, just single venue, get it all done in 5 days. I think it's absolutely brilliant.
It's cool, isn't it? It's like team tennis more than National League.
Yeah. And we have said in this country a lot over the last few years, like we should try and cram the National League season into a much shorter period, so that there's a bit of momentum. When you're playing a match every 2 months, and it's like, what happened in
that'd be a pretty mint week though if we did like a UK one.
Try and cram it in.
Well, could we not do a UK one with 4 teams and it's only over 3 days?
I don't know. Chuck your names in. Who's playing?
Oh yeah, that's 12 players. It's not 12 players. It's 8 players.
4 teams.
Yeah.
It could be. Well, you might need like a couple more in there. As reserves. So who do you where do you get your players from?
Nick Wood.
There's no me. There's no Rob. There's no Bryn. We can't play.
Why not?
Well, because who do we like? You just can't.
You play against yourselves.
Well, who's the 4th player then? Who's the 4th number 1?
Chappers.
Right. That's a long flight.
I'm joking.
I mean, I'd be all for that and like get Matthew over. Yeah, get Matthew over.
Nick Howell.
Get Nick Howell over.
Then you got 5 teams.
It's too many. Unless you cram it in like this, and then you got to pick your.
That's fair.
2s and stuff like
Or
that.
theoretical, it will be pretty good though. I hope there's loads.
You're gonna have some people that are like, I don't want to play number 2, and it's just get better.
Should be happy to be a part of it.
Get better.
Get better.
It's worth also mentioning that I know the USCTA do a great job like helping fund the National League and stuff as well. So it's much easier to get those guys in one place for 5 days.
True. America's a big place, man.
Well, and financially they can get there and they know that they're not losing out a load by not being at work. Whereas it's pretty difficult unless we get a big sponsor over here.
Yeah.
It's pretty difficult trying to tell
mate.
Rob that he needs to take 5 days off work to play National League.
Yeah, I know.
Which is probably not massively high on his radar these days.
Mate, it's prestige.
It's probably another thing that he's won more than anybody else.
Rob, everyone talks about like his hour TPAs and stuff. Like Rob Fay won 17 Premier League, National League titles.
Yes, in a row.
Yeah. With anyone as well.
With literally
anyone.
Yeah, a smorgasbord of people.
Good word.
Thanks. So that's National League then. I can't wait. I'm just so glad that there's going to be some tennis around.
It's a great thing we've been paid to sponsor paid to like cover the National League today, isn't it?
I mean, I can't wait for the USCTA.
Yeah. Guys, if you're listening, we're doing a great job.
We should, in advance, shout out to Ryan Carey,
the King,
who is going to, I'm sure, technology permitting, going to put on an absolutely fantastic show.
He won't be streaming that on a toaster, that's for sure.
And also, like, hats off to Boston for putting their hands up and hosting it and getting it done. I don't know what the limitations are over there at the moment, but the fact that they're able to put something on in this climate should not be ignored. And that's absolutely superb.
We'll do a podcast about your idea. I don't want to keep that close to your chest.
My idea?
The Invitational.
No, it's not an idea. It's in place. The BTM Invitational.
Just mention that quickly before we go, because obviously we've been away from the game for a while.
Well, there's no tennis for anybody for at least 6 months, so I'm just doing an invitational event at Leamington. 3 one-off events. I've got a 15.
I thought I'd say 50 to 55.
No. 15 to 25 pros group, which would just be a 1 day like round robin thing. Then I've got an 8 to 15 and an under 8 basically.
Nice.
So just pooling in the players at the moment, getting some yeses, some nos. So it'll be a bit of fun, but we're certainly going to be looking at streaming it and.
Are you going to call it the Brent Taylor Matthews Invitational? That'd be really alpha.
Yeah, it's the BTM Invitational.
Yeah,
It's cool.
Good. I like that.
I mean, there's no trophy or anything. They're just playing for bragging rights.
Good. The BTM Invitational.
It was pretty simple. I was like, I'm going to put something on at Leamington. You can come and play if you want some matches. I'm not paying you. Like,
Wow.
I'm sponsoring like marking for 3 days.
For the love of the game.
If you want to come and have some matches, great. If you don't, if money's an issue or you just you don't fancy it, well, there's no pressure. Just don't play. But I've had a good uptake. It's been good.
Wonderful. Well, that will be a podcast episode. I'll tell you what, mate. Right, and this is the last thing I'll say before we sort of wrap it up. That will be an opportunity to get some people on the podcast who are actually in the building.
That is true.
That would be pretty funny. We could get like 2 people in. We could do like 10-minute segments. We'll brainstorm it. We'll obviously brainstorm it.
We'll just have a 2-hour live podcast.
Yeah,
with everybody coming in after
Tell you
the
what,
match.
mate, my computer will probably explode.
Post-match interviews.
A 2 hour. How long would that take to upload?
Yeah, true.
But yeah, that could be awesome. Or we could just do like Instagram lives. Anyway, all to think about. But yeah, the US National League, guys, starting on Wednesday in 2 days' time, or by the time this is uploaded, probably a day's time. 5 days of competition. Going to be amazing. I actually am saying that sincerely. I'm not being sarcastic. I genuinely think that'll be amazing. Great chance to watch like some of the best in the world do battle. Benno's buzzing.
Right, I'm just so glad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we sound like we're taking the piss. But
I'm just
we
so
actually,
glad that there's something happening, and like obviously extremely jealous that those guys are able to play in it and we're not.
Oh well.
I mean, envious.
At least
not jealous.
at least-
Envious. I'd
they
love
can,
to be.
They can go to the gym and play National League. That's what matters.
I'd be loving the opportunity to do that, having played as well as I did today. If you'd asked me last week, I wouldn't
Tell you
have
what,
cared.
yeah, Ben was good today. He was real good. He did play well. What you want for the rest of today then? Working?
I've got to do a little bit of work, and then I'm actually going to go to
This could be anywhere here.
the local golf club and buy some gear. I need some golf gear.
eBay?
No. I've got a contact, I can get a bit of a discount, so
Fair.
I'm going to try and
Tell you what, don't say that too loud, mate.
go and
Pros Union.
see what I can do.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's not a pro, unfortunately.
Use the discount code BTM21 for new kit, new golf kit. Well, I'm driving home, then having a net. You'll see some stuff on my Instagram later.
I can't wait.
Mate, honestly, I'm going to bowl up. Hopefully it's a bit wet, so it seems around. But yeah, no, guys, great to be back after like 50 days of inactivity. Let us know what you want to hear about, if there's any specials, anyone you want to get on the podcast. I know there's a lot of people who've been desperate to hear this, and when I say a lot of people, Simon Talbot Williams. But yeah, no, great to be back, and look forward to getting involved with you guys soon.